Hello, everyone, and welcome to BodyBags. I'll be your reviewer for today. I'm Lonnie from Tats, and this week we're doing a theme week, and the theme is Evil Against Evil. And took a little bit of time to try to figure out a good one. But yeah, I think I did pretty well. This one here that I'm going to review, you already know the title because of the title of the video. But from 1971, I'm going to review Daughters of Darkness. And this is a film by Harry Kumel, and as you can see, it has Delphine Seyrig, Andrea Rao, John Karlen, and Danielle Ouimet. So anyway, yeah, this one here, I kind of feel like this would work because the story is about a young couple, Valerie, played by Danielle Ouimet, and her newly married, she's just married to her husband, Stefan, played by John Karlen, who you would remember from Dark Shadows and Cagney and Lacey. So they just got married and they're on a train, and I forget exactly where they're going, but their train gets held up. The opening scene is they're making love, and their train gets, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Their train gets held up anyway. And so instead of getting to their destination that they want to go, they decide to detour and take and spend time in Ustan. And so, they take a car there and they find this big, huge, kind of resort hotel that is pretty much like closed down. And so they go in and, they manage to get a room. Well, some suspicious stuff starts happening right at the beginning of the movie because Valerie is very much wanting Stefan to let his parents know, well, his mother, let his mother know that they got married. Wait till you get to the mother. Yeah, that's going to be a scene. I'm sure the transgenders will love that scene. But anyway, so anyway, they get to the hotel, and Pierre, the concierge, he is that the right word? Anyway, I'm sorry, I just got off work, so I'm a little bit out of it. Hopefully, I'll try to be as coherent as I possibly can. So anyway, they're going up to the room, and he's like, and Valerie's like, "Come on, Stefan, you said you call your mother." So he's like, okay. So he writes down the number, gives the paper to Pierre. Well, you think he wrote down the number, but he wrote down, say there's no answer, and gives him money and everything. So okay, so Stefan right off the bat is kind of shady because for whatever reason he doesn't want to get in touch with his mother to let her know that he had just gotten married, and so he's just trying to enjoy their honeymoon and spend time, but Valerie is just constantly harping about, she wants him to talk to his mother and let her know they got married, and even to the point where she's, pretty much wanting him to leave to go home and all that. And well, now meanwhile, this car pulls up, and we're introduced to the Countess, which is essentially Elizabeth Bathory, played by Delphine Seyrig, and Ilona, her companion, played by Andrea Rao. So they come to this resort hotel, and Pierre recognizes her, and even and she tries to gaslight him, and no, 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 you're thinking of my mother or whatever else, and he's like, no, I'm pretty sure you're the Countess who stayed here before and everything. Well, the Countess, she gets a gander at Valerie and Stefan, and she is immediately smitten with Valerie. So yes, we got lesbian vampires in this movie, and so you have the Countess who is starting to try to make a play for Valerie, and you have Ilona who is very much just, I just want to die. I don't want to live anymore. I'm done with this and everything else. And so, you know, a little bit of a spoiler alert. Finally, Stefan does get in touch with his mother. Turns out is actually a man, and he basically, well, the mother. I'll just say the mother, basically tells Stefan that kind of like if you continue on with being married to this woman, you're going to be cut off financially and stuff of this. And this is where we get to the evil versus evil part because out of anger and rage, Stefan turns around and starts physically abusing Valerie. And so Valerie is like, oh man, no, hell no, I didn't sign up for this, and I'm not interested in being I'm not interested in being in an abusive relationship. So she wants to leave, but the Countess tries to stop her. And basically, what you have is meanwhile, you have the Countess is basically in a sense basically abusing Ilona. So you have this kind of like, this kind of battle of two abusers fighting over who's going to be with Valerie. And, one is this lesbian vampire who's also a murderer and everything else. But then you have Stefan, who is a wife beater. And also, too, we find out that he's got some pretty weird kinks to him. He's into, he tends to get a little bit happy when he sees dead bodies because at one point Valerie and Stefan are out for the day and, they're out just, looking around, sightseeing and stuff like this. And then they come across this murder scene, the paramedics are bringing the body out and they come across this detective, if you want to call him that. And this detective, because starts getting kind of weary of Stefan, but then we find out like, Stefan seems he gets a little too happy at the sight of a dead body, and so the detective is talking about vampires and things like this, and so you start to wonder if this detective is going to become more prominent as the story goes along, and is he closing in on the Countess? And how does that all play out? Of course, I'm not going to tell you all because, you need to watch the movie, and I don't want to sit here and spoil everything for you. But overall, this is this kind of became a bit of a thing back in the '70s. Kind of the whole like lipstick lesbian vampire thing, and just a lot of eroticism mixed with gothic horror elements and stuff. It is a beautiful looking film. It's gorgeously shot. As you can see, I have it on 4K. It looks astounding in 4K. It really does. I feel that all the performers do a really good job. Delphine Seyrig she's very captivating. She pretty much commands the screen anytime she's on it. And Andrea Rao is definitely, she's definitely going to make you happy. She, just the women are gorgeous. John Karlen, does a very good job, I think. And, one minute he plays, kind of, I guess like, now they would call like bipolar, like one minute he's kind of happy-go-lucky, just in a good mood, just, taking life as it comes, enjoying things. And then the next second he's flying off into, a violent rage and abusing Valerie or whatever. And excuse me. But I mean, if you like, okay, yeah, if you like the kind of like lesbian kind of softcore vampire films that like Jess Franco did, this is compared to like a Jess Franco film though, this is a little bit more tame, but not by much. There is definitely plenty of eye candy in the movie to keep you interested, but I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, if you're into, gothic horror mixed with eroticism, then I would think, you would probably very much enjoy Daughters of Darkness. And it is a very much a cult film. And, Rob Zombie fans, you're definitely going to recognize this movie when you start hearing some of the lines of dialogue. You'll recognize some of the lines from like, what was it? Yeah, I think it was Living Dead Girl, and some of his, like on the Hellbilly Deluxe album, you'll recognize some of the lines of dialogue, if you listen to the album Hellbilly Deluxe. So, yeah, you could tell Rob Zombie's a fan of this movie, but overall, I say yeah. I mean, it's a good film, and it's very well made. It's beautifully executed. The cinematography is great, and yeah, good performances all around. And I would say definitely give it a shot. If you're into it. So anyway, so yeah, that's about all I could think of without giving away too much more. So there you go. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, could you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the BodyBags channel. We have a different reviewer, one for every day of the week. I'm the Friday reviewer. And we got more fun theme weeks and everything else coming up. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll keep you entertained. So that's it, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.